Just for a minute, man. Like, let me get my daughter singing.
Okay.
Coming out to see tonight's game featuring your Cape Henlopen Vikings for visitors from Smyrna High School. This is a reminder that all contests are conducted under the guidelines of the EIAA and the Henlopen Conference. In order for the Henlopen Conference to continue to offer a high quality of athletic competition for all high school, we must all work towards a common goal of this conference. In order to reach this goal, all persons attending the event can help by abiding by the following rules. Unauthorized places are not allowed on the playing field. All cheers should stress the spirit of good sportsmanship. Items cannot be thrown. As a reminder, all facilities and ground are non-smoking areas. If you are in violation of these rules, you will be asked to leave. Thank you for your attention. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats, direct your attention to the American flag for current University of Delaware student Leonard Morgan's rendition of the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed. Bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of God.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Legend Stadium for tonight's Delaware Sports Media presentation of Cape Henlopen Vikings Boys Lacrosse. I'm your host, Bob Uffelman. I'm joined by the Delaware Sports Media broadcast team. Our cameraman is Ethan Jack. Our producer is Matt Morgan. Our assistant producer is Michael Morgan. Working the sidelines is our photographer, Jeff Trench. And joining me on the call, our color analyst, Ed Leonhardt. Tonight is senior night, and we are happy to have the opportunity to recognize the 9 seniors on this team. Number 0, Midi, Tanner Wyshock. Number 3, our captain, Burke Healy. Number 4, defenseman, Tyler Mitchell. Number 5, midfielder, Hank Anderson. Number 8, defenseman, Luke Pickard. Number 10, another captain, Evan Burris. Number 19, attackman, Ronan Pressler. Number 22, our face-off midi, Bryson Stewart. And number 34, captain, Jake Hutchinson. Along with Mason Trench in the goal, I believe that is our starting lineup tonight. It's game 13 for the Vikings as they take on the Smyrna Eagles. The Vikings, 10-2, coming off a win yesterday against Archmere. Vikings won that game 16-5. Smyrna is 8-2 on the season. Their losses coming from Cesar Rodney and St. Andrews. Ed, what do you think we should expect tonight?
Yeah, the Smyrna team, they always play physical and feisty. They're going to get out there and they're going to give it their best shot. We understand that they may have been getting bitten by the injury bug recently. Yes, maybe some of their defenders. And they have one terrific midi, Mikey, number 14, shoots right-handed, left-handed, likes to dodge from up top. But also, oh, yes, he can dodge from X. I do remember him scoring one time on Mac Leonhardt.
And here we go. That's a thick-bodied Fogo. We're going to call hold. Going to be red ball.
Yeah, their face-off guy is very difficult to move off the ball.
Ball's in the corner. Back behind the cage now. Hutch on D. On the wing. Now back up top. Smyrna working the perimeter.
Yeah, our defense should be shouting open, open.
Because they are spread out.
Yep, we're spreading out, putting a little pressure on the ball. Looks like they're going into their set here, Bob.
Okay. Oh, and knocked down, picked off.
Nicely
Jake
done.
Hutch. He flips it backward to Eric. Eric coming down the field. He fakes a pass. Way to do it. Cross midfield.
Nice dump down.
He's got Braddock. Shot! Score!
Beautiful.
Braddock Smith off the assist from Eric. 10:49 left to go first period. 1-0 Cape.
Started with the defensive play of Jake. You see Eric, what stick skills there, handling the stick and just dropping it down to Braddock one-on-one with the goalie.
Tonight's instant replay is brought to you by Monument Sotheby's, International Realty's Coastal Division.
It's great for our defense to stretch their legs a little bit early.
The good news, Ed, we have the instant replay. You don't have to recreate everything this time. Hutch with the ground ball off the face-off. Ref blows the whistle. Going to give it to Red again.
Yeah, that's the color in the color commentary.
Smyrna with the ball. Eric on D. Now Luke. Bouncer up top. Stays Red. Channing and Hank playing short stick D. Mason at LSM. Here comes Mikey Sebastian, guy we've been telling you about. There's a shot and a save by Mason Trench. Nice save, Trenchy. Dishes it off to Luke. Luke's got Green in front of him. He takes it across midfield. Kicks it off to Braddock.
Luke was open on that give and go. Nicely done. Do the give and go, Luke. You got a call for the ball, though.
Channing kicks it over to his brother. Back to Burke. Evan with the ball up top. AJ in. Here comes Burke. Over to AJ. Brenner goes right. Feeds into the middle.
Ooh.
Can't quite handle it inside there. Whistle blows. Going to be a push. Coming the other way. Red ball.
Yeah, it was a nice feed by Brenner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Burke on the ride. Pushes him out of bounds. No.
He's got to be out.
He's got to be out at that point. He's hitting his own guys.
Yeah, he's hitting the sideline guys, clearing out the coaches.
Good ride by Burke.
Nice defense from our offense.
Hank brings it in. Evan up top. Burke. Over to Grant. Evan charging right. Feeds back. Skip pass. Braddock. Brenner, rather.
Ooh,
Grant.
there it is.
Brenner sees Grant standing by himself. Feeds in the ball down low.
Nicely done. Started with Evan crossing the field. Over to Burke. Burke skip passes over to Brenner. Brenner draws the double team, dumps it down. There was no second slide on that. So there's no defender there on Grant. Great shot, Grant.
And a nice feed by Brenner.
Yeah, it really was. And that was a left-handed skip pass from Burke across the field. Using your offhand.
Bryson has to take the face-off. Channing and Hutch on the wings. Red ball again. Uh-oh. Hutch turns it over.
Good lift check by Hutch there.
Channing kicks it over to Braddock. Grant to Burke. Braddock walks it up. He's got Carter.
And AJ.
Carter, Tanner, and AJ in a midi. Burke goes right, then comes left. Braddock's going to let him try it again. Carter going right. Back to Burke. Back to Braddock.
Ooh, one-handed
Shot
shot.
and a score.
One-handed shot.
One-handed shot. Braddock with the second already.
He just did a quick little roll dive, roll cut. He's up in the middle, sees the defender turn his back. He got his hands tied up, but just had enough strength in his hands with one hand to push it in there past the goalie.
That's terrific.
Yeah, it was a nice shot.
That's a Monument Sotheby's International Realty Instant Replay.
So I think Braddock has scored twice with his offhand.
Mason at the stripe. He and Hutch giving him what for. Mason comes up with it. Over to Hutch. Kicks it down to Braddock.
Ooh, Evan was open in the middle there. All right, you got to remember to feed your seniors.
It's senior feeding day. AJ comes on in, plays the midi. Grant running hard right, takes a couple shots to the face. Feed it to the middle. Brenner with a shot and a score.
Yep. Nice feed there by AJ.
Makes it 4-0. 6:48 left to go.
Yeah,
First
we
period.
got Grant coming hard, Evan coming over. Defense gets a Grant. Lefty pass from AJ to Brenner coming through. Brenner coming through like a truck.
Created a little carnage with him.
Delivering. Okay, let's see if we can figure out the face-off here. Oh, yeah, he's just pulling it back. It's a smart move with two poles. We've been running some two poles typically.
Hutch comes up with it.
Good win.
Brenner behind the cage. He's got Tanner. Tanner out there with Carter. Grant with the ball. He's going to back it up, create a little space. He goes right, spins left, gets tripped. Flag down.
Yeah.
Tanner with the ground ball.
Nice ground ball.
Yeah, good hustle. Feed into the middle. Bouncer, shot and a score. Grant Conway. Ref picks up the flag, waves it off after the score.
Yeah, I believe the penalty was hitting him when he was on the ground. They didn't really call the trip. They called that. Let's take a look at this again. There's, Grant.
Nice bouncer.
Yeah, he gets lost in the middle
Goal
there.
is good. The penalty's on red. Number 18, trip, 1 minute. Red, 18, trip, 1 minute. We're going to face off.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
They're going to call
The
the
ref,
trip.
They did call the trip. I thought it was afterwards because it was a little slow with the I think he had a hard time getting it out of his pocket. That's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so
All right.
we're going to do the face-off. Cape's going to be man up.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody on the wing for Smyrna on this side. 5-0 the count. 5:45 left to go first period.
So Grant got the score and the penalty.
Yeah, nice.
Doubling down.
And Mason comes up with the ground ball. Nice face-off win, Mace. Braddock takes a lap. Hank. AJ over to Grant. Braddock to Hank. Shot.
Ooh,
Goalie stops it.
that was a nice stop.
That was a nice stop. Interesting clearing technique.
Yes, as opposed to passing the ball. Is it kind of like dropping an egg on the ground?
Hutch on the ride.
Yeah.
There you go, Hutch. Wright comes up with it for a second. Brooksy has it.
They call a timeout.
Timeout.
Yes,
Did they
called a
get in
timeout.
time?
Yep, they did.
Timeout Cape.
Oh,
We'll figure it all out.
yeah, we'll have to work that one out. He was pointing to the Smyrna bench. Somebody called timeout.
In the meantime, this timeout brought to you by Coastal Towing, a longtime sponsor of Cape Lacrosse. Coastal Towing offers 24 hours towing and roadside assistance. They'll bring you gas if you run out. They'll fix your flat. They'll jumpstart your car. They also offer lockout services for those times when you can't get in your car. And, of course, they offer comprehensive repair and maintenance for any car or truck. Give them a call, 302-645-6300, and make sure your family has that number available in case of emergency. Coastal Towing. I'm seeing stick checks going on out there, so feeling good about that.
Yes, we are. We are feeling good about that. Yeah, I think a couple games ago, I saw him pick up a deep hole. Check the deep hole, which is unusual.
Yep.
Typically, it's always a tackman that they pick up and check. I like our start now, Bob, getting 5 quick ones up. And really, there's been about, 4 possessions for Smyrna on the other side of the field? Not much. So,
Not much.
Definitely controlling the game here early, which is a really good thing to get a good start.
Smyrna, it was a Smyrna timeout. Good crowd here tonight, Ed. Smyrna travels heavy. They bring a lot of people to their games. And, of course, with our senior night crew, it's a good deal. Oh, Mikey, nice move. Kicks it off.
And I think Mikey has a good memory, Bob.
He wanted a little payback, didn't he? Channing. Feed into the middle. Mikey looking for it. Takes a shot. Trenchy there.
Nice save. He had a little sauce on that one.
Yes, he did.
Good ground ball, Brooksy. Move with it.
Brooksy came up with it. Kicks it off. Over to touch.
Nicely done by the Poles.
Hutch across midfield. Down to Braddock. He's going to take it to Brenner.
Hutch
to Burke.
Hutch had an open lane there.
We could use a senior pole goal.
Yep.
AJ. Down to Grant. Evan. He goes right. Comes left. Back to Grant. Or back to AJ.
AJ, yeah.
Yeah, that's AJ. AJ with a shot. And a
Ooh,
score.
Nicely done.
AJ goes left-handed. Makes it 6-0 Cape. 3:14. First period.
He gave him a little bit of everything. He gave him a little right, he gave him a little left, gave him a little right, gave him a little left, drew the double team, went left again. They didn't expect it. And what a nice shot. He really does a nice job leaning into it.
Word from the sidelines. We got Grant playing attack and AJ at midi. Yep. With Ryan out. Yep. Braddock down there on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Fight for the face-off ground ball. Smyrna comes up with it. Good defense, guys.
Yeah, okay. Here's
Ty comes up with the ground ball. His second ground ball of the night. Good job, Ty. Long clearing pass up to Hutch. Across midfield.
Well done, Ty.
Cape settles it down.
Yeah, I think some of the fans wanted a hold call possibly on that one, Bob.
I didn't see it.
A nice job by Ty.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, he did a really good
Yeah,
job.
two ground balls for Ty already. Shot! Goes wide.
Yeah, you really got to. Yeah, he can shoot either side.
Burke
Ooh.
takes a shot. A little wide. Braddock's going to bring it in.
It's almost like a little step back shot in basketball.
Burke. Back up top to Evan. Over to Brenner.
You're a two-man game.
Brenner feeds it to the middle.
Ooh.
Ball gets deflected. Good defense. White ball.
Smart play by Evan,
Yes,
just
it
boxing
was.
out. And keeping his feet out of the way.
Yeah, he didn't kick it out of bounds. Brenner coming right. Spins left.
Ooh.
Oh, knocked down. Picked off.
That was an athletic play there.
Little speed there. Smyrna settles it. I don't know if I would have settled that, Ed. I might have given him the green light to go. Brooksy on D. Here comes a shot and a score. Mikey Sebastian. 35 seconds left, first period. 6-1 the count.
Well, we were playing good D on him. He rolled back, good recovery, good help, and then he just gets a shot off in tight spaces. You know, ideally, starting from the beginning, we ideally would hope to keep him out of the middle. You know, Mikey is just so tough in the middle of the field. But it was good defense. He just, like I said, he can play.
Mason back at the stripe. Hutch and Channing. Big time check. Mason bringing the heavy lumber. Down to Braddock. Grant.
Ooh.
Coming up.
Yeah, if Channing had stayed wide, that alley would have been open for Hank right down the middle.
Grant spins left. Takes a shot. Off the post.
That was a nice shot. He lost his man 10 yards away from him when he rolled back to the left. Ooh.
Oh, what was that?
That was
the time was almost out. That's the end of the first period. After one, Cape Henlopen 6, Smyrna Eagles 1. First quarter was brought to you by the Trident Training Club. Trident Training is gearing up for its summer athlete program. Besides strength training at the gym, Trident is adding speed and agility training that will take place here at the high school. If you have a young athlete in your family who's looking to take that next step, follow Trident on Instagram at Trident Lewis, or you can find them online, tridentlewis.com. Sign up for the email list so you can get the information you need to help your athlete become stronger, quicker, and ready for the next school year. First period was also brought to you by the Raymond E. Williams Plumbing Company. Established in 2009, Raymond E. Williams Plumbing is a trusted plumbing company serving Delaware and the Eastern Shore of Maryland. Having completed countless residential and commercial projects over 15 years, they've got the experience to get the job done right the first time. Raymond E. Williams Plumbing prides itself on honest customer service and strives to differentiate themselves by offering fast, affordable service. You can find them at rewinc.com. That's rewinc.com. Second period is going to be brought to us by the Eric Blondin Insurance Agency. Eric Blondin Insurance is your local State Farm connection. Check out Eric's website, surfsidecoverage.com, for your auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life and health insurance needs. Besides insurance, Eric also offers financial services like banking, mutual funds, and annuities. You can get quotes, file claims, or get assistance 24/7 at surfsidecoverage.com. Like a good neighbor, Eric Blondin Insurance is there. Well, Ed, about what we expected?
Yeah, I mean, we had a good start. I like the way we came out. I think if they weren't bit by the injury bug, they'd probably be a little bit more physical than they have been. So a little bit thankful for that. It's been kind of what we would have expected, I think. We got to keep Mikey under control.
Yep.
I mean, I think we're at the point now where we might want to think about sliding early to him. Just how he was able to get away from a couple of our guys.
Yep.
And he can shoot left-handed too. That's the thing. He can bring it with his left or his right.
Got a big week of lacrosse ahead of us for next week, Ed. We're up in West Chester, Pennsylvania, Tuesday to take on the Westtown School Moose.
They like their powder blue uniforms up there too.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, they do.
Did not know that.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever played a team called the Moose.
In Pennsylvania.
Balls on the ground.
Outside the Philly area.
It's a dogfight. Mason snags it.
Nice
spins
spin
out
move.
of there. Kicks it over to Hutch.
What a spin move.
Hutch. Take it, Hutch. Oh, he kicks it off to Burke. Burke to Grant.
Ooh.
Shot and a score. Grant Conway with the bouncer.
5-hole. What a great shot. That started with the face-off win from Mason Jack, just battling out there, getting it done. And then just Jake taking his time, checking out the field, see what he's got available to him, and then moving the slides around. And that last slide didn't happen with number 8 there.
No. That's your Monument Sotheby's instant replay.
Yeah, they're letting them know about it and back at the Smyrna defense is letting them know about the sliding techniques that he needs to do. But I think they've had some of their long poles that have gotten injured, Bob. So
Bryson comes up with the ground ball. He gets the face-off win. Down to Hutch. Hutch has been spending as much time on the offensive end as the defensive end, I think. He's going to get a shot in here today. Brenner. Over to Evan.
all right.
Kicks it down to Braddock. He's got Burke. Burke goes left. Ronan in at attack. Grant. Actually, I think they got Ronan playing midi.
Yeah.
They get these kids all over the place here tonight. Here comes Braddock.
Nice check.
Yep. Grant. Going right. Draws a double. Back to Ronan. He comes left. Evan, he's going to go left. Runs through some checks. Back up top to Ronan. Uh-oh. Mishandles it. Ball's on the ground. Burke there to pick it up. Good hustle, Burke.
Good help. Good help.
Where'd Burke even come from? Is he behind the cage? Shot. Goes wide. Good take, Brenner. Burke's going to bring it in.
Not bad shot at all. Only about 5 or 6 inches off the goal there.
Burke over to Ronan. All right, let's start off here with Evan. Or Brenner. Brenner goes right, draws a double. Runs through it. Braddock coming the other way. Get a little face check. Shot and a score.
Yeah.
Braddock with the hat trick already.
Lefty hat trick.
Hat trick.
Yeah, it was.
See that little head fake he gave him?
He did. Yeah, this is all set up. Brenner coming hard, drawing the double team, passing it down to Braddock. The short stick D midi didn't slip the pick there and didn't get help on a switch. Communication issue there, and Braddock took advantage of it. Great job, Braddock.
Mason, Channing, and Hutch. Smyrna comes up with it. Pass across the field. Here comes a shot. Trenchy sees it coming.
Nice save.
Over to Hutch. He's got Channing. Channing across midfield. Over to Burke. Burke down to Grant. Oh, and a good save by the goalie. He shut the 5-hole door real fast, but oh, no. In the crease. Good thinking, Mason.
Yeah, he was picking the eggs from the hen house there with his long pole, you know? Mama said, get those eggs on the table, Bob, right?
Goalies don't like that stuff. Smyrna's ball up top. Channing, Hank, playing short stick D. Mason and LSM. Ball's on the ground. Ty fighting for it. Smyrna comes up with it.
That's Mikey.
And a turnover, or a ground ball at least. Up. Nice save, Trenchy.
Yeah, it was all Trenchy.
Mason
Nice
hits
catch.
Eric. Cross midfield. Down to Braddock. Nothing there. He sends it back behind the cage. Oh, ball's on the ground.
Good job, Eric.
There you go,
trouble.
Eric.
Yeah, he
You
saw
gonna
the
call a
ball.
push.
He saw the ball coming out. He smelled it was trouble, and the ball was going on the ground. I mean, he's doing what he does. You get the ball.
Smyrna with the ball. Good job, Eric, playing two guys right there. Smyrna with the ball behind the cage.
Some of those unwritten defensive rules or responsibilities there in the job is to occasionally cover two guys.
Ball gets knocked down. Brooks, you get a piece of that? I think he
I
may
think it was
have.
a back check by Ty, maybe. Yeah, maybe so.
Hutch takes it across
got the
midfield.
Yeah, you got the middle open.
Hank! Ooh, just misses. No, yeah, there's the flag. Late hit. Cape's going to go man up. 7:03 left, second period. 8-1 the score. Let's see.
Joey. Oh, never mind. He got you. Yo, back up a little bit, Joey. He got up right. Can't be on the line, bro.
There he goes.
He's better than that, dude.
Carry on red, number 17, unnecessary roughness, 1 minute.
On the field or on? Yes, on the field.
Okay, 1 minute penalty. Not locked in, so he'll be released on a score.
Mm-hmm. That's what I understood.
Here comes Cape.
Dropping it down to Burke was open.
Here
Skip
comes
pass.
the shot. Score. Grant Conway.
Beautiful. And we had Burke open for a second. The defender came over to the crease and actually did cover him here. And then the skip pass. What a beautiful skip
That
pass.
was a nice pass and a nicer shot.
Yep, catching it right on the run, set up to shoot as soon as he catches it.
6:49. Second period.
And that moves the goalie. It makes it difficult on the goalie when he has to move back and forth and he's not sure where the shot's coming from.
Bryson on the stripe. I think he's got. Oh, face-off win. Here comes some. All right, good job recovering defense.
Yep, be careful down there. He's looking to set a pick. Ooh.
Yep. Eric wasn't going to fall for that spin again. But Mikey gets the shot off. Goes way wide. Still Smyrna ball. Brooksy at LSM behind the cage. There you go. Good check, Eric.
Yeah, I think they're yucking it up out there a little bit, Bob. Mike thought he had him, and he really, Eric was.
He did for a second, but yeah, Eric set that up nicely.
Yep.
There goes a little backhanded shot.
That was a nice shot.
And Trenchy there to run it out. Goalie ball.
Great hustle.
Good hustle, Mason. Ty's going to bring it in.
Yeah, Eric was setting up to slip that pick, and then Mikey saw it and just burst to the left, So good recovery. Great recovery, really.
Hank, cross midfield. Running through a crowd. Brenner. Up to Carter. He's got Tanner with him. Ed, we were watching Carter warm up before the game today, ripping shots. He had some smoke on him, didn't he?
Yeah, he rang the bell a couple times, right inside the post.
Tanner.
Ooh.
Draws a double team that includes the goalie. He doesn't care. That shot just wide. They're going to give it to goalie ball.
Wow. The goalie can get a penalty, Bob.
Yeah.
It was a little bit high with the check.
A little high with the check on that one.
But they didn't throw a flag. Yeah.
Clearing pass. Gets across midfield. Oh, ball's on the ground. Eric pooches it in.
Ooh.
Smyrna comes up with it. Nice try. Ref blows the whistle. It's coming the other way.
He never stepped in the box.
Good defense, boys. Cross midfield. Tanner with the ball. Over to Grant.
And Tanner's looking for that open space.
Mm-hmm. Brenner up to Grant. Is that a flag on the field, Ed?
Yes. Offsides on Smyrna.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there, aren't there?
Yeah, we got one extra.
Carter going right. Nice move. Kicks it in. Doesn't kick it in. Takes a shot. And a score. Carter Nemzik. 3:38 left to go first period.
Nicely done. He just rolled to the right. Got a little help from one of the defenders. He kept going. He didn't stop.
No, that was nice. Monument Sotheby's International Realty. Instant replay.
Turned the corner.
10-1 the count. 3:38 left to go. First half.
Did a good job putting on the brakes, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gave up that big hit.
Right.
Right?
Don't
need that.
Don't need that. Don't need to take a big hit.
Mason at the stripe. Channing Hutch with him.
Ooh.
Nice. Get it, Mace. There you go. Come up with it. Feeds it over to Burke. Nice play.
Wow. Good hands. Really good hands. Got Hank dropping in.
Oh, Hank's got some space. Spins. Takes a shot.
Just
wide.
misses. Just misses that bouncer.
Burke bringing it in.
All right, we got our senior line in there. The middies.
Ronan, Evan, Hank. They're talking it over. Decide that they're going to give Evan some room to dodge.
That's a good idea.
He kicks it down to Hank. Ball's on the ground. Still Hank's ball. Ronan. Coming left hard. Evan coming right.
Cut it loose.
Nice move. Hank, shot. Just wide. Burke in the corner. Up to Grant. Evan again. Comes left. Spins left. Taking his time. Hank goes right. Back to Ronan. Evan draws a double for a second. Burke. Skip pass. Hank again.
Ooh, just missed.
He's going to take that shot till he makes it.
It's open.
Yeah.
Take it. Take what they're giving, Bob. You know?
Minute 40 left to go first half. 10-1 the count. Hank.
Step down, take it. They're giving Evan way too much room.
Bounced off somebody's helmet. Talk about ringing the bell.
That was a rattler.
Braddock. Up to Hank. Evan with him. Down to Grant. Here comes a shot. Nice save by the goalie. Up. Ball is across midfield, but now it's on the ground. And Hutch comes up with it. 35 seconds left to go. Burke. Evan over to AJ. 19 seconds. First half. Here comes Brenner. Brenner. Shot. Bouncer just misses. Stays in. Red ball. And that is the end of the first half. After the first half, Vikings 10, Smyrna 1. The halftime shows are going to be brought to you by Quality Care Homes of Delaware. Kitchens are the heart of any home and the most valuable part of your big investment. Quality Care Homes specializes in giving your kitchen the biggest bang for your buck. Whether it's creating an open space, applying eco-friendly materials and appliances, or adding smart technology, Quality Care Homes is your one-stop shop for the kitchen you've dreamed of. Make your home picture perfect. QualityCareHomesOfDelaware.com. Halftime also brought to you by Jack Lingo Realtors. There is not a bigger name in the local real estate market than Jack Lingo Realtors. Jack Lingo agents list many of the most desirable and exclusive properties on the market. Whether you're buying or selling, you can find what you're looking for at jacklingo.com. And if you're a real estate investor or looking for that first investment opportunity, be sure to discuss your portfolio with the experts at Jack Lingo Asset Management. jacklingo.com. We will be back for the second half, just a couple of minutes. We are back for the second half. Second half being brought to you by the Levita Hospitality Group. The weather forecast is improving this weekend. That means you'll have plenty of opportunity to join the backyard at the Crooked Hammock in Lewis, or maybe the all-weekend Cinco de Mayo celebrations at the Big Chill Surf Cantina, or maybe you're all in and want to watch the Kentucky Derby from the deck, the Big Chill Surf Club. Visit LevitaHospitality.com for all the menus, music, and entertainment options.
Yeah, terrific face-off win by Mason Jack there. A couple of
was
spin
nice.
moves, scooped the ball up and clears it. And it's May the 4th be with you weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. Cinco de Mayo, May the 4th be with you. A lot of fun events this weekend.
Playoff season, buddy.
Lacrosse playoffs on all weekend. Evan looking around. Over to AJ. He takes a shot and a score. AJ goes up high.
AJ. Who? AJ Graspy.
11:15 left to go first period.
Yeah, Evan draws a little bit of a slide there, but this is mostly AJ just stepping out. 1, 2, 3 steps, shoots right in that little corner up there without any post.
No post.
No post.
That was a Monument Sotheby's International Realty Instant Replay. We got Bryson out on the stripe. Hutch and Evan on the wings. Ball gets kicked back. Smyrna comes up with it. Ball gets knocked loose. Eric has it for a second. Gets knocked loose again. Red ball. Tie on D. Good check. Brooksy at LSM.
Got a piece of that.
Yeah, got a piece of that.
Yeah, I got a piece of that.
It's going to stay red. Ball down. Ty fighting for it. Brooksy in there. Ty comes out with it. Nice ground ball. Another one. It's like Ty's third ground ball tonight.
Good teamwork. Good teamwork there.
He's across midfield. Kicks it over to Evan.
Good awareness by Evan, knowing he's got a guy on his back.
Burke. Feeds Grant. Was it the post? Hit the goalie. Evan.
Yeah, there was no second slide on that, leaving Grant wide open.
Braddock turns the corner. Kicks it up to Hank. Burke looking. Brenner behind the cage. Evan with him. Evan's going to set the pick. Evan with the ball. Spins in. Finds the space. Goalie stops it. Nice save.
Yeah, basically what we did there, we inverted, moved our middies to attack, brought their 2 short stick D middies along with them.
Oh, nice
check.
check, Burke. And that ball, a failure to clear, going the other way. Even though Mason had already picked it off. White ball. 8:49. Left to go third period.
I think Smyrna's a little late getting a guy on.
AJ back to Brenner.
Yeah, we're 6-on-5 right now. I don't know if the coach realizes it.
He does now. Sides are even. Over to Brenner. Down to Grant. Grant charging hard right.
Ooh,
Takes a couple
that's
to the
gonna
head.
be a flag.
Yeah, it was a flag. Takes a shot and a score.
Nice bouncer. Lefty bouncer, Bob.
Grant Conway with the lefty bouncer.
They wipe it off.
Wave off the penalty.
Grant going hard right.
Boom, takes one to the chin. Takes one to the head.
Picking up 2 defenders, dropping them off, and picking up a third and shooting with a ground bouncer. Like, you know, he's going to be carrying the team with him for a while if he wants to. He's like, hey, jump on the Grant bus here.
Yeah, I mean, what's
around.
that, 4 or 5 goals for him tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. That was a nice lefty bouncer. That was a beautiful shot.
Mason at the stripe. Eric and Channing on the wings. Red moves early. White ball. Eric wants to see if anybody notices him.
I'm
Maybe
here.
they won't.
I'm here. I'm here. Look at me.
Carter. Over to Tanner. Braddock. Up top to AJ. Making some space. Gonna let AJ dodge. He goes left. Here comes a shot. A little high, I believe. It's going to be red ball.
Ooh. Nice run out by their defense.
Yeah, that was a nice run out. He got to jump on that one.
Yeah, Carter likes going right like that. He got a good hard shot off, just a little too high.
Questions on the clear.
I think he might have dropped his hands a little too low on that and it rose up.
Long clearing pass. Gets down there. Brooksy on D.
Get a check in here.
Gets the touch. Ball goes down to the corner. Behind the cage.
Tate.
There's Tate. Oh, nice back check,
Nice
Tate.
back check.
Channing.
Good look, Channing.
Cross to Eric. Nice pass.
That was the open guy.
Eric and Mikey.
Yeah, I was getting a little silly there.
They're going to call timeout.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach Lingo.
Don't let the guy with the long pole have the ball for too long. This timeout being brought to you by First State Orthopedics. First State Orthopedics has offices from Newark to Millsboro. Locally, their Southern Division headquarters is right across the street from the high school. They have the First State Imaging Center there for your convenience, and soon you'll be able to book your appointments online. First State Orthopedics offers care for the entire body, including hands and feet, ankles, shoulders, hips, spine, and pain management. But they're best known in these parts and in this press box for sports medicine. Give them a call, 302-644-3312 for an appointment. First State Orthopedics.
Great shot at Ethan. Way pass.
All right. We're at 6:18. 12-1 the count. Cape with the ball.
So we got Tanner in there, Carter and AJ. Yeah, Braddock's back at attack. Looks like they're zoning up a bit, Bob, huh?
Yep. Yeah. That could be a zone.
Yep.
There's Tanner.
Yeah, that's good. Good to get Tanner in the middle.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Need that solid body in there. Here comes a shot and a score.
Nice shot by.
I think that's Grant Conway yet again.
Yeah. Nice hard outside shot. He stepped down. They're really packing it in tight. Almost a picket fence defense there. And, yeah, he just cuts it loose in that low corner, in that mouse hole.
He's seeing it tonight, isn't he?
He is. He's on fire. I think he took too many shots underneath the chin. He's a little bit ticked off, you know?
Yeah.
They woke up a bear there.
Don't poke the bear. Ty and Hank on the wings. Bryson at the stripe.
Running clock on the whistle.
On the whistle, we'll start the running clock. Smyrna comes up with it. Ball's on the ground. Trenchy comes up with it.
Punt return. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep. Right choice. Right choice.
Over to Brooksy. Brooksy cross midfield. Feeds it down to Burke.
Burke thought about it.
Up top to Hank. Hank, Brenner, and Evan, your middies. We were 6 on 5 for a little bit there, too, Ed.
Yeah.
Burke draws a crowd, spins out of it, looking.
Ooh. That was almost an ankle injury.
Shot, just misses.
Yeah, our guys can stop and go, Bob. It'd be dangerous for defensive players how they stop and go.
Evan rolls it over to Tanner. Burke. Brenner charging. Evan. Cuts into the middle. Nice save by the goalie. Long clearing pass. Smyrna across midfield. Good hustle getting back down there. Here comes a shot. It's wide. And the ref's going to say red ball. That was a close one.
Good hustle. I would have liked to see Evan just take off down the alley on that last shot. I know he likes to roll back into the middle, but he needs to really just open one up from the alley.
Run fast. Shoot hard.
There you have it, Bob.
Hank on D. Looks like Brenner's the other D midi. Brooksy in at LSM. Actually, Brooksy's playing close D. Mason in at LSM. Nice job, Tate. Oh, good job, Hank.
Well done.
Well done.
Good check.
He can't be in. Going to be white ball.
Yep. Nice defense by the Cape boys there. Good patience, Brenner.
Yep. Gives it to Eric. Eric gives it right back to him. Brenner across midfield. Burke behind the cage. Draws a double. Grant. Shot to score.
Jeez.
Paints that left-hand corner.
So you go low, and then you bounce a high one, you know? So he's just, he's got the goalie, wrapped around his finger right now. He's throwing him off. Good quick move roll back, just a high bouncer. Yeah, he went really hard and low twice and dropped that one in there. What a shot.
Grant on fire tonight.
Yeah, I think that's 5, right?
7.
7.
7.
7.
All right. Half our production.
Zam.
14-1 the count. Running clock. Just under a minute left to go, third period. Ball's on the ground. Tate running after it. Big check. Nice use of the body there, Bryson. Good job.
Yep. Ooh.
Ball still being fought. No, Red has it.
Red had it. Yep.
Yep.
Up. A little bit of a rough pass there.
Goes out of bounds.
White ball now.
30 seconds left to go. Third period. $25. Here comes Burke. Up top, Carter.
About 10 left now.
Yep, about 10. Here comes Carter. Fakes the pass. Ronan takes a shot, but it's after the buzzer, and that's the end of 3. After 3, Cape Henlopen 14, Smyrna 1. This fourth period is going to be brought to you by Century Engineering. Our oldest sponsor is Century Engineering, and we thank them for their years of support. Now part of the Kleinfelder Group, Century Engineering offers a one-stop solution for all your company's engineering needs. And while Century is best known for highway design, they also have access to support from around the country in every engineering specialty. We're proud to call Century Engineering our friends and supporters. Fourth period also brought to you by One Call Services. One Call can handle it all. Whether it's new home construction, remodeling, additions, decks, sunrooms, porches, even handyman services, One Call will show up when they say they will. Thinking about a kitchen or bath remodel? Nothing builds value in your home faster than that. Take a look at One Call's website for inspiration. You can find them at onecallservices.biz. That's onecallservices.biz. We're in the running clock, so I'm going to get all the commercials in, Ed.
Have at it, Bob.
There we go. Benchmark Physical Therapy. Quality of care outcomes are 29% higher at Benchmark than the national average. That's because Benchmark's mission is to provide you with a remarkable physical therapy experience. Besides sports injury management, Benchmark also offers care for pre- and post-op joint replacement, pelvic health, vestibular health, including concussion protocol, even TMJ. And along with manual therapy, Benchmark offers services such as dry needling and blood flow restriction. And they offer all of these services within 48 hours of your call. You can find them benchmarkpt.com. Bryson at the stripe. Tate and Marshall on the wings. Ground ball.
Nice check by Tate.
That was a nice
He
check.
brought the hammer.
And Marshall comes up with it. Good job, Marshall.
Good rollout.
Kicks it over to Ronan. Back behind the cage, Tanner. Brenner settles it. Here comes a shot.
Yeah, that's
And
score.
scored.
Put your hands up.
No. They're saying no score. Somebody else must have hit the cage and made it rock like that.
Get out of here. We got Ghost on the field. Wow. Yeah, Evan must have heard me. That's what I was asking for, and I know it was in, so I'm really bothered right now, Bob. That was a great shot.
Jeremy on D, behind the cage. Mikey spins inside.
Oh,
takes
what
a
a shot.
Score.
Yeah. Mikey's got some fight in him.
14-2 the count. 10:30 left to go in the game.
Yeah, one-handed spinning and just gets Yeah, he just gets his body in front of him.
What number was it? 14.
Yeah, it was a terrific shot. So Grant has half of our total, and Mikey has all the total from Smyrna, right?
Sounds about right.
About right.
Bryson at the stripe. Channing and Tate with him. Ball's up in the air. Channing comes up with it.
Nicely done. It's probably the safest thing to do with that Fogo is get the ball up in the air.
Yep. Yeah. Over to Braddock.
Yeah, he's hard to move. He really boxed out and squared up over top of that ball for a while.
AJ over to Carter. Down to Ronan. Tanner's behind the cage. Burke. AJ up top.
Braddock running a little midi today, too.
Braddock going to get some space. He's got the shorty. He goes right. Spins left. Breaks an ankle. That ball's going to stay in for a little bit, but then it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Smyrna ball. 8:40 left to go in the game.
You know, sometimes, Bob, when you're calling Braddock and what he's doing, I get dizzy listening to you. Just listening to you, I get dizzy.
I don't know if he's going left or right. I just say left, right, left, right, left, right. It could be right, left, right, left, right.
He's quick. His stop and goes are special.
I think there's a timeout on the field. I'm going to call that a Smyrna timeout, I believe.
Oh, a little taunting a little bit out there, too, unfortunately.
8:06 left to go in the game. 14-2 the count. Well, darn it, I wasn't expecting a timeout. I read all the commercials already.
Did we get our Taco Rijo in?
So the Taco Rijo truck is here.
Here.
Just doing tacos. Ground beef tacos. Are they giving them away? Giving them away.
Oh, my.
Yes.
They're free taco night.
As soon as I got here, I ran over there. You guys got some danger dogs?
No.
Obviously not Lacrosse fans.
I know. They don't.
Tonight.
Yeah, apparently they didn't get the message. I don't know how. It's only been like the last 6 games, you know. We've been pushing this thing.
So I'm going to, I think I'm going to make a stop on the way home.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're still open. Get there before they close up. Grab a danger dog.
Yeah, that was super special that they're passing out free tacos tonight.
Here we go.
A quiet night for the concession stand if they got free tacos going out, Bob.
It makes it tough, although I've seen a lot of pizza going around.
Yeah.
Tyler on D. Nice check time. Up top. Back down on the wing. Passing to the middle. Bouncer goes high. A lot of white jerseys chasing it.
Yeah, you can pick one.
Going to be white ball.
Great.
Good hustle. Jeremy brings it up. Over to Marshall.
Nice pass.
He gets it to AJ.
Good job, Marshall.
Patchy behind the cage. Over to Pop. Kyle. AJ and Carter. along with Patchy. Along with Pop. Patchy at X. Ronan.
Ronan there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
AJ. Comes left. Takes a shot.
Ooh, right out the face mask.
Ball stays in. Push in the back. Another push in the back. Stays white ball. Good hustle, Cape boys. They're going to call that a shot? No.
No.
Smyrna ball.
Ronan drew the defense, just couldn't complete the pass, though. That was unfortunate.
5:55. Ball's across midfield.
Yeah, we're a little late getting our middies in there and our pole. Oh, boy.
Here comes Mikey. That one goes high. Smyrna ball. Jeremy on D. Patrick Little in the cage. Cello playing defense there. Good job.
Nice job. You see how he gets that push in and chops with the check there. Push and check.
Kyle on D. There's a shot. Misses. Smyrna ball.
5 minutes.
5 minutes left to go in the game. Ed, can you believe this is the last regular season home game?
I was afraid of that.
Both away games next week. Friday, we're up at Delaware Turf to play Sussex Tech. Well, frankly, with our boys, I think going to Delaware Turf's a home field advantage.
Yeah.
The hours we've spent there.
Can we take our monitor with us?
Marshall playing D. Here's a shot
Ooh, nice.
and a save. Patrick Little.
Beautiful, Patrick.
Nice pass to Tate.
What a good clearing pass, too. On the mark.
Tate, across midfield.
Got to roll out of that, Tate.
He does.
Nice job.
Kicks it over to Carter.
Well done,
Timeout.
Tate.
Timeout on the field. 4:05 left to go. 14-2 the count.
That was a bullet of a pass from Patrick Little.
That was a bullet of a pass. We want to thank the Cape Boosters for having us here all year. So Tuesday in Westchester, Friday up at Delaware Turf. We'll probably have about a week to practice.
Prep.
And then there'll be the conference championship game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's here this year.
Oh, yeah. Typically it alternates between north and south, right?
So I think we've got it this year. Probably going to see Sussex Academy.
Okay. All right.
For that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they won. I saw in the Cape Gazette, they won, I think it was 8-2 or 8-3, and they had a really stymied defense. Their defense played well in that game.
Good.
Their last game. And they have some good defensive talent. Good goalie. I'm not sure exactly what they have midfield. A face-off guy.
Yeah, good
face-off guy is super, right?
That's right. Cape with the ball. Yeah, so we've got Tuesday, Friday games. Saturday, the prom.
Oh.
And then that Sunday, Mother's Day. Don't say you weren't warned, guys. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday's Mother's Day.
Keep it tight.
You can book Mother's Day brunch online for the Crooked Hammock. Carter. Skip pass down the middle.
Yeah, he tried to thread that needle.
Patchy comes up with it, though. Good fight. Red comes up with it. Long clear. Pass to the middle. Smyrna with the ball. Cello on D. 2:49 left to go in the game. That's Carter playing D midi. Here comes a shot.
Ooh.
Nice save. Another nice save. Patrick Little.
Pass to Tate on the release.
Good pass.
Got to roll out of that, Tate. Roll.
No flag. Pass in the middle. Ooh, deflected. Patchy there to run it out. He's going to bring it in. Tuesday's game, 4 o'clock. Another businessman special. Weather forecast iffy. Could be some storms.
Skeleton crew.
We're going with the skeleton crew again.
Okay. I'll get the color out. I think they have a grass field, if I'm not mistaken. They may be on grass, Bob.
Oh, that would be fun. Nice muddy mess.
Yeah.
Minute and a half left to go. Marshall with the ball.
Yeah, I think this is a good idea. I don't think we want any of these guys in the middle of the field or
Take your time.
right. Work the clock a bit.
Yep.
There was definitely a level of concern when we had a ground ball out there in front of the crease.
Yeah. 1 minute. Minute to go. Carter. Pop. Up top to AJ. Over to Ronan. Back behind the cage. Marshall. We're inverted again. Patchy up top.
I give the Smyrna boys credit. They're still playing defense. They're out there working. They're out there working, trying to get a ball back.
10 seconds.
Yeah, good job. Pull that out, Marshall. It wouldn't. Smart move.
Pop runs it out, and that's the end of the game. Your final score, Cape Henlopen 14, Smyrna 2. We will be back Tuesday, 4 o'clock with the Skeleton Crew from the West Town